Hello, everybody. How's it going? What did you think of the intro that I made? Pretty excited about it. I'm really excited about today's stream. I'm sure you guys understand why. I'm very excited. I hope you are too. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, if you would, like the stream, and let's just get into it. But first, I'm feeling fancy today. And you know, when I bring out the glass, it's a wine glass, and the straw, it's going to be a good stream, I feel like. So we're going to do a little ASMR moment because I've been waiting to have this. So, oh, you guys like the intro. Thank you. Thanks, Wendy. Okay, there we go. It was a little short but sweet. But for your listening pleasure, crispy. If you remember, you know what to do. Oh, God. It never misses. It never misses. Opening, 3 out of 10. The pour, 10 out of 10. Yes. I hope everybody has their favorite flavor of Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar. I still have a little bit left. I don't know if you can hear that, but I was watching Julie Anderson's video while I was getting ready too. She is so funny. If you're not already subscribed, you should. By the way, did you know that John blocked me on Instagram today? Because I wonder, well, I don't know if he blocked me today. I noticed it today. But it's also maybe a little bit of a coincidence that I called him a little fella in my stories. And then I noticed I was blocked. Maybe that's why. Because I called him a little fella. Nice take, Top John, by the way. Anyways, let me get my notes because, yeah. All right, let's do this thing, shall we? Well. Look who's trying to keep secrets again, you guys. And it's not me. No. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer. And I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by the reps. Tonight, whenever you are watching this, shout out to the replay crew. Shout out to everybody that is live. Yeah, John Melton blocked me, and I think it's hilarious, as if I can't see his content. Whatever. Content. Okay. Today, we're going to be reacting to another totally not public Nueva comp plan training. Well, Nueva video, but it's their comp plan training. The one they told reps not to share, not to record or talk about outside of their private little group. Now, right before, or right after, I guess I should say, they attempted to get copyright strikes on 4 different creators, myself, Say Hello to DC, Vanessa Moon, and Julie Anderson. That didn't work out in their favor. It was actually reversed. So I love that for us. So naturally today, I'm going to make it louder. I'm going to make it a little blurrier, maybe. Definitely snarkier. And I have the t-shirt to back it up. So buckle up, everybody, because today we are going to debunk Nueva's comp plan. Let's do this. Also, what do you think of the background? Let me know what you think of these. I know not everybody likes big changes. Tonight is a big change, you know. Also, hilarious. It was hilarious that Julie Anderson, just through sharing in her stories, got to the top 3 in Nueva. I was going to say comp plan in Nueva over 48 hours. That's embarrassing, Rick Teagues, considering you've been in MLM for 40 plus years. Embarrassing. Now, let me warn you guys. Which layout did I do? This is going to look a little bit different. There it is. And that's on purpose. So if Nueva decides to report this video to the people at YouTube that are going to review it, see the disclaimer at the beginning of this, the disclaimer in the video description. I also want to point out that thanks to DC's help, which please go and subscribe to her channel. She's amazing, and I have learned so much from her. The tone or the pitch of their voice has been changed. I have a layout that makes the video a little bit blurry. So just if you're watching this, you know, prepare for that, you guys. We have made changes. So this is not the original video. We have transformed it and it's covered under fair use. So just wanted to say that. I know it was in the intro, it's in the video description, but I wanted to make sure that I also said it. That being said, let's watch it together. Oh, let me get my headphones. Hold, please. Okay. Pull my little hairs out. Okay. Now we can start. Sorry, guys.
How do we promote? You guys, we're going to...
Sorry, the voice change is so funny to me. Do you guys see the pink overlay on top of it? That's on purpose. The background on purpose. The pitch change on purpose. Fully transformed this one.
Release. Once we release official documents, specifically, right now we're working at 200 miles an hour, as you can imagine, behind the scenes to create all the graphics, all the materials. You know, we want to be, of course, very precise in using the words and the language and the benefits of the product. But I want you to really hear this again, please. This community.
Yeah, let me know how the volume sounds. If I need to adjust I can move the mic away from me. I can move it towards me. If there's a difference in the video sound and me, please let me know. Yeah, the voice is really funny to me. So yeah, let me know.
Is invitation only. Right. This is your sneak peek. Can you believe it? This is for your ears only. If you're in this community, this is for you to catch the vision. But as far as public promotion, we are putting all of that in place for you right now. So let's talk about this. You know, how many of you, let us know in the comments if you're coming with us from Modere, because we really loved what it was that we built. John and I were with Modere for 10 years. That's kind of crazy. And we loved it. And here's what we're doing is we're taking the best parts of what we loved. Hello, dual-sided compensation plan. We are
the laugh. The laugh. Oh my God. Guys, we are going to laugh a lot tonight. Yeah, this is Nadia. That's who this is. This is Nadia and John speaking. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, the phrase that screams trustworthy, in my opinion, trustworthy business practices in particular. This is your sneak peek. This is for your ears only, right? Is this a compensation plan or a secret culty society? I'm kind of curious, because if the math were that magical, wouldn't you want everybody to see it? Wouldn't you be shouting this from the rooftops? Wouldn't you say, share this with everybody like they've done their other Zooms? No, I wonder why they want this to be so secret in a Facebook group. Weird.
Reverse engineering also what we loved. Okay, now Modere, for those of you that are not familiar with that business, it pioneered social retail model. It merged direct sales with the dynamic of social shopping. People were, you know, I don't want to say were copying us, but they were for 7 years of the last 10 years of being in Modere. So you guys, what we built there was beautiful. It was amazing. But the things that we did not love, we are layering that next level of innovation in wellness, in tech, in systems to bring you something extraordinary. It's happening in record time, you guys. I swear, John and I talked about it yesterday. It feels like this month flew by, but also at the same time, it feels like it was the slowest month ever, right? So I promise you.
slowest month ever. What? Slowest month ever trying to come up with a product, I'm sure.
You when everything is said and done and we put a bow on it, when you go to purchase a car, it's not the same if it doesn't have a bow. So give us an opportunity, please, to tighten it up, to elevate the conversation, give you the graphics, give you the language before we start to communicate that to the world. I want you to know it's really, really important. So with that said, John, let's relive a little bit of what our focus is. I'm actually going to mute our faces so we can see the full graphics and feel the
most generic graphics I've ever seen. I'm so glad that I have altered this video and added the overlay and the slightly moving background. I'm so glad that was added. Thank you again, DC.
impact, shall we?
And look, this is the thing. In the
That's John. That's John, you guys.
beginning, it's all about painting the vision, telling your story, talking about why you're excited. That's how you promote. That's how you have conversation, whether you're going live, you're doing reels, you're telling the story. How many of us have ever heard the cliche? Facts tell, stories sell. So it's all about the story. It's all about the vision. It's all about the mission. And here's the thing. We're going to improve upon what we've already created in Modere, right? What we had in Modere was a genius dual-sided compensation plan, right? Where people could make a really good income and not just earn an income, but get recognition simply for sharing the products, by just building a customer base. So we wanted to keep that intact. It's funny because people were like, what kind of comp plan? What kind of comp plan? We're like, honestly, we loved the Modere plan. When we started looking at other companies, we felt like every single company we looked at, the comp plan was way harder. It was a step down.
Oh, it was too much of a challenge for you, John? Too hard for you? Little fella, too hard for you?
So we're like, we want to create something where it's a step up, where it's the Modere plan, but better. And I know what we're going to hear over and over again. People are going to say, well, I wasn't in Modere. I didn't know the Modere plan. Don't worry. That's why you're on this training, to learn about the Nueva plan. The Nueva plan will be similar, but better. There's some things that you're going to hear today. You're going to be blown away. Some of it, by the way, might not make sense the first time you hear it. And that's okay. That's why we're recording this here in the group so you can watch the replay. You can go back and watch this as many times as you want. And this is also why you have a mentor. You have an upline. You have a team that is here to also support you every step of the way. So maybe you don't understand something. That's okay. Reach out to the person that enrolled you. They can maybe answer a question or two. But
keep in mind that they said that this was a sneak peek. But now the upline is an expert on the comp plan. Guys, I can't. I mean, we're gonna, but I can't. Hey, Charlene. Oh my God. Okay. So translation from what we just heard, they recycled the old plan. They renamed the ranks, or did they? I think they added a few ranks. We'll talk about all that. They added some extra hoops with some hoops to jump through, by the way, and some flashier names. Yeah. Modere had a dual comp plan. Nueva has the same thing, but now with extra volume inflation, confusing pools, and a limited edition bonus for people who sprint the fastest. So it's Modere in heels. Ooh, guys, can I show the bag? Have you guys seen these?
They're $3, by the way.
They're $3. Where'd you get them from?
Target.
From Target? Have y'all seen these? They smell good. They smell like... Oh, these are good.
Yeah, they're good. Do you want more?
No,
Okay.
I'll eat that whole bag.
I know.
Have you guys seen these?
I'm getting there. The next place is closed.
Those taste like a pink Starburst. And they're soft. Okay, anyways. Back to what I was saying. So this is like Modere. I'm that guy that Modere paid to advertise. Modere. Y'all remember that? That was crazy. Anyways, it's Modere, but in heels. A little dressed up, if you will.
The bottom line is we wanted a volume-based compensation plan with minimal structure requirements. We wanted to have the 60-day placement suite where you have 60 days to move a personal recruit. Now, some of you will say, well, should we worry about moving people? No, not right now. I would just enroll. Remember, right now, while you're hearing me say this, right now, it's free. It's free to get started. All we need is a name and an email, and someone can enroll for free.
Except that's exactly what Julie Anderson did, and they did not let her stick around. I wonder why that might be. Huh? So it's free, but they don't want everybody to join, and I find that fascinating.
So right now, you don't need to worry about moving people. You don't need to worry about figuring out team structure, because here's the truth. You might enroll someone for free and they never get a kit. They never buy in. They never join. Now, some people will say, how much are the kits? What is it to get started? We'll have all of that information very soon. But remember, we're only a few weeks into this. So the fact that we have as much as we do is kind of mind-boggling, but more will come. Every week, every month, we'll have more and more updates, more and more information. But the fact is, right now, you don't need to worry about your structure. You don't need to worry about the placement suite. You don't need to worry about moving people.
Then why are you talking about it, John? Why are you giving all of this information if they don't need to worry about it? That's weird.
But what I love about the placement suite is you can enroll people and place them, rewarding your best people, placing them in a team that you're really trying to grow or build. Also, what I love,
since John is, I want to just add to this, that they are using people as incentives. What I mean by that is when I was in Prove It, Jessie Lee used to do this, and she would, if you were loyal to her, if you were active in the chats, if you were supportive, if you were offering to do training, she would reward you with putting people under you. People became the incentive. It's disgusting, and that's what I think John is referring to here, specifically with the placement suite. Yuck! I don't love that. Not at all.
Loved about our last business was 80% of our revenue came from customers. Think about that for a second. That means if you build a $100,000 team, 80,000 of those dollars are coming from customers, people.
Okay, but why are we talking about what happened in Modere when you're now in Nueva? You're using the credentials or the stats, if you will, from a previous company for a different company. That's kind of weird, John. That doesn't make any sense. Unless you don't have any stats to share. So you've got to fill in something there, I suppose.
That just want to buy the product and use the product. And we market consumable products that people use every day and order every month. And we also had a 10-to-1 customer to rep ratio. That's insane. Now. That means if you...
It is insane, but you don't have that now because you don't have any customers, because you don't even have a product yet.
You have a team of 100 people times 10, that's 1,000 customers. I'll say it again. If you have a team of 100 people, 100 social marketers on your team, and every social marketer gets an average of 10 customers, because some will have hundreds and some will have none. That's just the nature of the beast. But if you have 100 people and they all get 10 customers, on average, that's 1,000 customers you're making money on versus just 100 people running their auto delivery. And 1/3 of our customers came from an existing customer. So our goal is to duplicate that success, but create something even better. And at first, the comp plan might seem a little complex because it's, you got 2 ranks, there's 2 different, you got your builder title, you've got your promoter title. So those 2 different sides, as Nadia said, might be a little confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really simple, because our whole goal is to acquire customers, build a team that acquires customers, and develop leaders that can develop different teams throughout their organization that are good at what? Acquiring customers. That's it. So essentially our whole...
If it's all about customers, why do you have to recruit people? Oh, wait, this is where they say you don't have to recruit. Right, John? Right, Nadia? You don't have to recruit, but listen, if you want to maximize the comp plan, you want to work on both sides of the comp plan. You want to get some customers and you want to also recruit team members. Did I get that right, John, little fella? Okay.
Goal is to identify people that are hungry, that are coachable, that have a good attitude. And by the way, if you're an impatient person, welcome to the club, but you're going to have a little patience. This is not a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 20-year-old company. Now we have people in Nueva that have been building for years and years and years, right? Decades, in fact. So it doesn't feel like a startup, but it is. It is. It's a brand new company, but we're
And remember when John used to make fun of startups? I know the people in Frequence do. I know they remember that. Not that I'm defending Frequence, because what they are doing and saying is ridiculous and packed full of pseudoscience. But, John, little fella, be so for real right now.
taking a lot of what worked with Modere and again, making it better. So a lot of the things that we created, Modere pioneered, but we're going to continue to enhance. We're going to take it to that next level. Now, there's some questions that come about like,
It's a term of endearment. It's a fun nickname. It's protecting his privacy by calling him something other than his name. That's all I'm doing.
what's the average customer spend and what are the points to dollar ratio? Typically, it's somewhere in the 65 to like 80% range, points to dollars. All right. The average customer last time, right? The last 10 years I was in Modere was over $100. It'll probably be somewhere in that same range here. We're hoping the average social marketer gets 10 customers. Honestly, though, I think with these products, it's going to be closer to 20 customer average. I think we got pretty close to 15 customer average at times with Modere. So I want you to understand.
This isn't Modere.
Why this matters. For some of you, this is going over your head, but what it means for leaders, you can build a smaller team that produces more revenue, make more money with less people, and have more people on your team winning. Last time we had people, and I don't want to make income claims, but last time we had people literally earning a full-time income, and in some cases, a 6-figure income with.
Hey, John, how many of those 6-figure earners had multiple positions from buying out positions from leaders that were leaving for other companies? How many positions did you and Nadia have? Because the last few months that Modere was in operation, I think you had 2 on the leaderboard, if I remember correctly. When that actually went against Modere's own policies and procedures. So that's really odd that that happened. So again, you're bragging about a company that that went bankrupt. That's like saying, hey, I was in a company that was shut down for being a pyramid scheme. Oh, wait, you do that too. Got it. Okay.
Out building a team. I always like to say it's like affiliate marketing, but 10 times better, plus daily pay. How many of us loved daily pay? So we will still have daily pay in other aspects of the plan where you can earn money literally every single day. And to me, that's a really big deal. That's the promoter side of the plan. So when you hear us talk about what I'm about to talk about next, this is what we call the promoter side. It's the affiliate side. It's the customer acquisition side of the compensation. It's very simple. Don't overthink this too much. When you get customers.
Guys, don't overthink it. Listen, don't overthink it. Okay. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to understand everything. You know, it's ignorance on fire. You've got to be hungry. You've got to keep showing up. You know, just tag them in a video. It's ATM, baby. It's ATM. Add tag message. Just get them in this group. Come on. This is so ridiculous. Oh, Aaron, you know that P&P can change every day whenever they feel like it. 100%. This is giving desperation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you. Little fella. Big lies. Yep. Okay. Oh my God. Do not critically think. Don't do that. That's sarcasm, by the way.
Customers to purchase from your personal customer link, you're getting paid. You're getting paid on your customer every time they order for the life of the customer. If that customer is attached to you, every time they order a product, you get paid the same day they order. Now, will we have daily pay day one? We hope so, but that is the goal. The goal is to have daily pay as soon as possible. We'll see if we can have it day one when we're officially launched.
Oh, so you don't even know if you're going to be able to do this. You don't even know if this is going to be able to happen. Oh, man. This is what we hope, guys. This is what we want to do. By the way, did you guys know this hydrogen water drink that they're promoting? DC found this out with some of you guys, that it's a product called Hydro Shot. It's an existing product. You see them holding the can and then it's like blurred out and they're like, oh my God. Within, who said this? Was it Ashley May? I don't remember. She's holding the can. Oh, hold on. I got a can right here. She's holding the can. It's just a silver can. The logo and everything's blurred out. And she's like, guys, it was instant. Did you say instant? Let me back up. Did you say instant or within 10 minutes? We'll go with within 10 minutes. Guys, within 10 minutes. Mental clarity. Oh my God. Girl. That's an existing product. And my prediction that I have said multiple times is that they're going to use white label products because they have to. They've got to find something. Otherwise, if they're just recruiting people, wait a second, if they're just recruiting people and they don't have a product, if 2 + 2 is 4 and 5 + 5 is 10, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. You know, that's okay. And it's very interesting to me. Also, Aunt Mel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's find a fun sound effect, shall we? Oh God.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oh man. I should have DC send me what? What does DC need to send me? I need to know. Oh, yeah, she did try it. DC's dad was the best. He said it tastes like brake fluid. I'm good. No, thank you.
Remember, right now it's May. June is when people can start ordering their kits. Social marketers can actually start purchasing products. Then in July, the customer pod will become more relevant because that's when we will have the customer launch. Then as your
July? What?
customers order products, they'll have their own referral link. That's the goal, right? For them to have a link just like they did in Modere, where they could share their referral link so customers can refer customers. So watch this. Let's say you refer 10 customers and each one of those customers refers 2 customers. Well, 10 times 2, so you got your 10 plus another 20, that's 30 customers in your
Ooh, you're getting me excited.
in your customer.
The voice change. You're getting me excited, John. Please stop. This is a family show. Relax, Nadia. Oh my God. Your tank top friend, member for 12 months. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Happy to be here with you, Aaron and gang. Appreciate you. And thank you for being here. I love that. Happy, what do we call this? Anniversary? Membership anniversary? I don't know what to call this. I never do, but thank you. I appreciate you. This is not his real voice. I have altered his voice. And we have altered the video, the look of the video, the sound of the video. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the video. I said video a lot there.
Customer pod, again, that's 30 customers in your customer pod that you're earning income off of. And that has nothing to do with building a team or recruiting a single person. This is why we loved the dual-sided comp plan, because someone could literally make money and rank advance just on the customer side. So watch how it works. These are the promoter titles.
Let's look at this a little closer, shall we? Let me see probably this one here. No, wrong one. Hold on. This one. All right. So as you can see, this is a little blurry. That's on purpose. Okay. So their ranks are promoter, and this is on the customer side: promoter, bronze, silver, gold, platinum 1, platinum 1, 2, and 3, platinum black 1, 2, and 3. This is straight up from Modere. Oh man, you have to have anywhere from 1 customer to 100 customers. You have to have anywhere from, does that say 1,200 or 1,000? That might be 1,000 at the top for a promoter. Anywhere from 1,000 to 50,000 customer points. And the bonus is anywhere from 15% to 40%. So yeah, okay.
Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you would like.
Wait, I thought you want, do y'all want to take a screenshot of this? You can share this in your stories if you want. I'll pose for a picture if you would like. Okay, good. If you want to share it out, drop the link so that everybody can find it. I would appreciate that. Y'all are amazing. He said to take a screenshot. John, we're just doing what we're told. Okay.
But the things I want to highlight for those of us that were in Modere, you notice where we start? Not 10%, 15%. I dropped out of community college, but I'm pretty sure that's 30% better.
I'm sorry. Is that supposed to be funny? It's only a 5% increase, John. Relax. Okay. Is that supposed to be a joke?
That's amazing.
33% better.
Thank you.
Right? So first of all,
Thank
we're
you.
starting at 15% right out of the gate. That's an extra 5% that we were not making last time. And to get to that first promoter rank, you only need 3 customers.
Oh, 3.
And 300 customer points. See that bronze? Bronze is the
What? I didn't see that on here. Hold on. It definitely says like 1,000 promoter. It looks like 1,000 to me with 1 customer, but under it is bronze, which is 300. Maybe this is a typo in their whatever, but weird. I think he's meaning 5 is 30% of 15. I think that's the math he's doing. 27 months, Brandy. Dear Lord, best time ever. Also, it's hilarious that he can plaster himself and his team all over the internet, but when we do with comments, aka commentary, he throws a tantrum so big that we have to alter stuff. Listen, I'm all for being creative. I was telling DC this. I was like, listen, I'm a plan A through F person. I will learn along the way. And I learned a ton out of this situation, which tapping into the creativity of this and having some fun with it, game on. Game on. So, Brandy, thank you for being a member for 27 months. I appreciate you so much.
first rank that everybody should try to hit once we unleash the customer side in July. Everyone should hit that the first day, the first week. You should have a goal to get 3 customers ASAP because boom, you just increased your percentage by 5%. You're at 20% commissions and you're getting a rank advancement, right? You get a little shout out. You hit your first rank, hopefully first of many. And then you'll notice for those of us that were in Modere, you'll notice a lot of the other ranks are the same. And for those of you that weren't in Modere, it's very simple. As you build up a customer base, as you bring in more customers, not only will you hit higher promoter ranks, but you'll earn higher percentages. You can see it on the right side. So these bonuses are paid on customers every time they order for the life of the customer. You get a customer in July that orders every month for the next 10 years, you're getting paid every
10 years. John, listen, I know that they allegedly didn't see this coming. That's what they want you to believe. In my opinion, they saw this coming. And maybe they didn't, just like I've said on previous videos, maybe they didn't see it happening on April 11th. Maybe they just knew the state of Modere's finances, because if you're on the executive board or whatever they call it, you probably were aware of the finances. The CFO was definitely aware of the finances. The CEO was definitely aware of the finances. So to act like this came out of left field, if they were in the top of leadership and on the executive board, the advisory board, or whatever they call it, on those leadership calls, come on, you knew it was coming. Maybe not on April 11th, but they knew it was coming. Ridiculous. Oh, also, Aunt Mel, thank you so much. Remember, for 11 months, 1 year ago yesterday, after quietly quitting, got a year, I handed in my official resignation from MLM. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you got out. And anybody else that is watching this, whether you're watching the live right now or watching the replay, I'm so glad that you guys got out. I appreciate you so much. And also, remember the last video that I did on Monday when Sarah was like, "You're not helping anybody." Read the room, Sarah. Read the room. Okay? Also, you've gotten really quiet. You had a lot to say. You got real quiet when I kept bringing facts. And then I did a whole video debunking the video that you deleted. If you haven't watched that video, you should go back when you have a moment and watch it, because it's good. In my opinion, it's good because of the debunking. Oh, man. Okay, anyways, I do love some science debunking. That's why I'm saying that.
Every month on that customer when they order, the day they order, for 10 years. And we're going up to not 36%. Check the right column, bottom right column. When you get to those platinum black ranks, you're looking at 40% commissions.
And how many people are going to hit that platinum rank, platinum black rank? Very, very small, a very, very small percentage of people, if anybody. It's going to be a very small percentage of people. But see, this is what they like to do. They like to dangle the carrot of this could happen. If your mindset is right, if you're working the system, if you believe, and you're reaching out and you're ATMing your face off, as John likes to say, and you're getting people into the group, and, it could happen. It could happen for you. But based off of MLMs and their income disclosure statements, and obviously we don't have one for them because they're a new company, they don't even have a product yet. They will, unfortunately. But based off of MLM income disclosure statements, it's a very small percentage of people that hit those top ranks. And the reason that those people hit those top ranks is because it's off of the bottom ranks, all the people below them on their team not making income. That's how these people make this money. So when you see bragging from these uplines, the top of the pyramid, and you're seeing these posts and you're seeing the recognition right now, these people in this group are bragging about promotions off of recruiting. It's the same thing we saw with Make Wellness. It's the same thing that we saw with Elomir back in the day. They were bragging about rank advancements, based off of recruiting. And in this company, there's no product yet. They don't even, from the sounds of it, have a compensation plan that's ready to go. This was supposed to be a sneak peek. Hey, don't worry about it. You don't need all the details. What we hope will happen, and the goal is, they don't have any of this figured out. It's freaking weird, man. You know what I mean? And also, I hope Sarah's having the day she deserves. Anyways, let's get back to this.
Which is 4% more than we were paid last time. So 4%. I get excited about this side of the plan because this is actually where, and again, over 80% of our revenue came from customers. So we had a lot of people crushing it. In fact, if you're on here right now, drop into the comments. Let me know if you ever hit one of those platinum ranks, platinum 1, 2, 3, platinum black, because you'll see we had a lot of people over the years that were hitting those ranks. And I was always so impressed.
How many people over the years were not hitting the ranks? That should be talked about as well. We had so many people hitting the ranks. How many? How many were hitting those ranks? And how many people were in the company? These numbers matter. I keep hearing Gavin's 4th grade teacher, her name's Miss Erickson. We love her. We love her so much. She's amazing. This is what she taught Gavin in math. Math is a pattern, and the pattern never changes. When we're talking about MLM income disclosure statements, the math does not change. Now, they get creative on how they put the information on the income disclosure statement. They're all different. But one thing that doesn't change is the pattern. And the pattern being a very small percentage of people will reach the top, and the large majority will be in the bottom third or so of these income disclosure statements. Math is a pattern, and the pattern never changes. That's what we see. I keep hearing that in my head today. I need to have Gavin email her and tell her that. Anyways.
Because I remember when I first got started, I was like, no one's ever going to sell $3,000 in product in a month. And then eventually it became very common. You would have people do that their first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Obviously.
John, I have a question. How much in customer sales did you have in Modere? Let's get real specific. Let's dial on in. Your check, yours and Nadia's on your main account, because you had multiple accounts allegedly in Modere. The percentage of your income on your main account, how much of that came from you having a team, or from the builder side, as they like to describe it, and how much came from the customer side? I bet it was a small percentage from the customer side. I just have this feeling. Gut feeling, prediction, thought, I don't know what I want to call it. Not even a prediction, it's in the past. I bet a large percentage of your income came from team volume and not customers. So it's interesting to hear you talking about, I didn't think people were going to have 3,000 in customer volume. Yeah. Did you? Just asking for my friends, just asking. We're asking questions here. We're critically thinking here. That's what we do. Just saying.
Obviously, some of us, it took a little longer. Yours truly, it took a little longer, but that's okay. The point is, you want to get to 30% commissions as quickly as possible because, I don't know, it's awesome. So this is the promoter side of the plan. This is the part of the plan where you can make a really great income without ever building a team. Now,
okay, before we move on, let me make sure that I have summarized what he is saying here. But more importantly, I want to cover what he's not saying. So what he said here, just enroll 3 customers with 300 points to hit your first rank, then just keep going. But what he's not saying here is that you're going to need thousands of dollars in sales to hit higher ranks. Most reps, like I've already said, but I want to reiterate it here again, most reps never hit beyond bronze. And only a tiny percent make it to the 30 to 40% commissions for hitting platinum, black, 1, 2, and 3, I believe it was, or will. Hey, sis, one moment.
I like pausing really quick.
Yeah.
I just called USAA and she said that they're still waiting on like a final review of my account regarding all the documents and stuff. And she said, wait about a week. She said, if they don't say anything, then call to escalate. Because she's like, even as long as you've had all this stuff turned in, it's kind of ridiculous it's taking this long.
Yeah. Okay.
She's really nice.
Okay. They're always really nice. USAA is always really nice. Okay.
She's like, I don't have my license yet either.
Oh, that's cute. Can you do me a favor and check the temperature of the chicken in the crock pot? Because I don't want to overcook it.
Yeah.
It's probably close to being done. And if it is, just turn it on warm.
So,
and when I'm done here, I'll make some rice. Okay, thanks, babe. I'm making coconut curry chicken. Coconut curry chicken. Good Lord. Okay, back to what we were saying. Thank you for allowing me to chat with my child. So yeah, they can brag that you can make money without recruiting, but that's only if you have a massive customer base every month forever, which John even admitted here that it took him a long time to build. So that's interesting. This isn't freedom. This is a weird, deceptive, in my opinion, version of what they want you to think is affiliate marketing, but it's a purgatory with a point system. That's what this is. Yikes, man. Yeah, USAA is on my list right now. It's on my list. I won't say anymore. But let's get back to what John and Nadia have to say here.
How many of us are excited about leverage? How many of us love the idea of building an empire, building your dream team, right? Imagine if you introduce someone like Jenny Joe, who's like number 2 right now from Roll.
Who is this Jenny Joe person? I haven't looked at this person. Do you guys think she has me blocked? I bet she does.
You guys are doing it on warm or off because it's at 177.
Oh yeah, just put it on warm. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Cannot overcook the chicken. I hate that. Okay, back to it.
Or Kimma and Jay, who are also kicking my butt, right? How about if you enroll?
Oh, Kimma and Jay. Kimberly Keevil, public figure. Did y'all see the video I did on Kimberly? Kimma? Why did she go by Kimma instead of Kimberly? I wonder, this is a matter of public record. She is, let me back up. According to public record, she has very interesting offender charges in 2 different states. Multiple addresses, multiple birth dates on record, has moved around a whole lot. Now, I wonder why that might be. And here's the wild part about that. Kimberly, aka Kimma, who John is talking about here, has been in my DMs over the last year, sending me information about certain companies. Lab, aka Life Activated Brands. Modere. What was the Chiral? There were many companies. She even sent me some information about this influencer that was trying to get her to buy this course that like ripped her off or something. I don't know why she was sending me this information. She was also asking me to help her figure out how to prevent, I think it was Lab, aka Melissa Collins, from texting her customers. Now, I wonder why she would want them to not be texted by a company she's not a part of. Oh, probably because she's joined in the last 6 months like 4 MLM companies. Yeah, but was in my inbox and then posted on Julie Anderson's reel. And I was like, that's really weird. I just was sent, which by the way, shout out to the individuals that sent me all this information about Nueva. You know who you are and I appreciate you. Commented on Julie Anderson's reel about the copyright strike and was like, I love this. I just love you guys. And the week prior, did a Nueva training on how to pre-launch Kimberly, Kimma. That's embarrassing. The skeletons in your closet are absolutely wild. And now you're pushing a red and black caffeine pill. Actually, it's not, I mean, there's caffeine in it, but it's got 4 different stimulants. And you're telling everybody it's safe. Again, that's a video that you should definitely watch. I think that's from last Friday. Yeah. So it's interesting hearing John promote somebody that is a specific type of offender, if you follow what I'm saying here, in 2 different states, has moved around a ton, multiple addresses, multiple birth dates. It's almost like they're trying to maybe not be found. Weird. I wonder why that might be. Could be the criminal history. Yeah. Could be maybe because the jail time was served for being a tier 3 offender. Tier 3. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, side note.
The Zaleckis or some of these other incredible leaders we have in this.
Tony Zalecki, please come to the front. Tony, please come to the front. You and I have something to discuss now. Question for you, Tony, because I know you'll see this. Why is it that you have this like tough guy persona on your social media? I think this was in your stories where you were talking about, you know, you have skin as thick as rhino thick skin. I don't remember exactly how you worded it. You know, I have thick skin and, you know, I'm unaffected. Really? You're unaffected? Hey, Tony, why did you Why did you try to report one of DC's video for a privacy claim if you're so unbothered and you have such thick skin? It's given little fella. Yeah, it's giving, I want you to, or you, not me. It's giving Tony wants people to think that he has thick skin. Tony wants you guys to think that he's unbothered, but unbothered people don't report videos where commentary is given and criticism is given for a privacy claim when you're a public figure, my guy. Little fella, you and John, little fellas, that's the energy it's giving. Tony, are you okay? Because I know you're not well. And when I say that, I mean, you're very bothered. Because why, God, do I say it? Do I drop the bomb? Drop me a bomb in the comments. Drop me a bomb. I was going to do a reel on this and I forgot, honestly. Julie Anderson, what is up, my friend? Listen, the person that is associated with the copyright claims sent it from a fake email account. Now, was I able to find out who it is? Yes. His name's Clyde. Yeah. Clyde, according to public record, has a very sketchy past. Pages and pages and pages of criminal history. And I'm not kidding. I think it was like 26 pages or something like that of criminal history. Now, Clyde is not associated with Nueva. But in the copyright claim, it said Nueva Global. Do I have all of his social media information? Yes, amongst many other things, because public record. My question is, how does Clyde fit into the picture? Who is he connected to? Because two scenarios I feel like could be true in this situation with the copyright, the fake copyright claim. Scenario number one, some random career criminal decided to target 4 different creators covering the same company. I know that doesn't even make any sense, but it could happen, right? Scenario number 2, what if? I'm not stating this as a fact, just a question I have. What if somebody from Nueva knows Clyde and said, hey, do me a favor, create a fake email, put in the title or the person that's reporting this as Nueva Global, use a fake email. And I almost said more than I should there. Let me reel it back a little bit. Use a fake email. And again, this is a what if. I'm not stating this as a fact. You get all of these 4 creators to have copyright strikes. And then when they're trying to figure out what's going on, you know, I think I found out the same day who this person was. Do you guys think that a career criminal not associated with Nueva that maybe knows somebody, maybe in Nueva that was put up to this? Perhaps, again, not stating this as a fact. This is just my opinion. Just talking out loud here, commentary. Do you think for 1 second they're going to sue 4 different creators, one who lives in Canada? Do you think a career criminal is going to do that? So anyways, it's I expected when I pulled up that copyright claim or strike email, which has now been reversed because they didn't take any legal action because fair use. Anyways, I expected to see like the Zalecki's name on there or, you know, their lawyer. By the way, did y'all know that Rick Teague used to be a lawyer? Why didn't Rick Teague file that? I don't understand. Oh, it's almost like they knew that it was just going to be a tactic to quiet people, right? Didn't work, because now what is happening is it has created the Streisand effect. Now we're just getting louder and we're bringing friends with us. And I think Savannah's working on a video about Nueva. If you saw her reel, you should. If you haven't seen it, you should. Anyways, that's the tea. It wasn't Tony. It wasn't the Meltons. It wasn't the Teagues. Wasn't Michelle. Wasn't any of those people. It was a career criminal based on public record. I'm saying that named Clyde, that filed the copyright claims on all 4 of our accounts.
Oh my God.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Yep. And do I have all of the information? Yes. Savannah. Hi, friend. She is working on a video, and I'm excited to see it. Cannot wait. All right, back to this, now that I've gone off on this tangent. But that's the tea. Anyways, we went through Kemma. We went through Clyde, who lives in Colorado Springs, according to his public profile.
Company, right? We have people that have built these incredibly strong customer pods. They've built huge businesses over the years. I mean, look into the comments. You got Jennifer Rose and Julie Reynolds, Tina, Peggy, Cheryl, Sandy, all of them hit at least the platinum ranks. All of them earned 30+%. Yesenia, PB3. I mean, it's actually insane to the membrane how much product.
Hey, John, if you're going to quote Cypress Hill, please do it properly. As a Gen Xer, it's insane in the membrane, my guy, little fella. Okay? Get it right. Sincerely, a Gen Xer. Thank you. Oh, somebody's coming to say hi. Hello, little mamas. What are you doing? Hi. Hi. You want to come up? Where are you going? We haven't had a Luna break in a while, huh? Little fella. No, mamas. Hi. Come here. Come here, little lady. Come in here and say hello. Hi, honey. Hi. How are you? You had a good nap over there? I love that. Can you guys hear that? Look at her. She's perfect. She's just a little baby. How did you know we needed a little cleanse, a little palate cleanse, huh? How did you know, babes? Oh, I love you. I love you. I know I love her. I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, you all right? Some toe beans. Are you done? What are you doing? She had the Zoomies at 5:15 a.m. this morning. I mean, I was up because I get up at 5, but still, ma'am, calm down. Okay. Back to the video.
Some of these folks were able to sell in a given month, in any given month. So is it easy? No. If you mistook anything we've said for easy, you misunderstood. I am not going to tell you this is easy. I think it's exciting. I think it has unlimited potential, but nothing I'm saying is easy. If it was easy, then everybody would be successful, right? You have to have some vision here. You have to see what's possible, but is it probable that you're
Oh, it's not probable. We know that because of the stats from the FTC and MLM's income disclosure statements. You know what? I think this is so funny that he's saying this, because remember at the beginning of this video when he said, we were looking at other compensation plans and it was too hard. It was too hard to hit these ranks. Too hard for you, John? Little fellow. I love that for you. But here he is like, listen, if it were easy, it'd be for, everybody. Okay, John.
going to hit the platinum ranks, especially in the early days, weeks, months, years? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not, but eventually, if you build up a customer base, you get good at generating leads, you get good at social selling, get good at the follow-up. You've ever heard that cliche, the fortune's in the follow-up? When you watch like a Kayla Betts or you watch, a Jen Cooper, like these people will follow up forever, right? They stay in touch with people forever. Customers, their network, they're showing up every day, right? When you look at a Michelle Barnes, she's been in business like 30 years, right? She has people she still follows up with after 30 years. Nadia and I have been doing this for over 20 years. The fortune's in the follow-up, and it's a cliche, but it's true. I have people right now that have pre-enrolled in Nueva that I've known for over 10 years, that I worked with 20 years ago in network marketing. I enrolled recently Mike Callahan. He's the guy that got me into network marketing. He brought me to my very first meeting in 2001. Isn't that crazy? So the fortune truly is in the follow-up. Staying in touch with people, being a good human, showing up in your social.
I'm sorry, being a good human, John. Really? Really? Okay. All right, John.
Social, wishing people a happy birthday every single day. I still wish people happy birthday. I know you're like, how is that possible? I'm a machine. I don't know what else to tell you, but also I have an amazing support staff. I don't know what I would do without the Kyle.
Oh, so it's not you, it's your virtual assistants that are doing that. I mean, just say that, John. I have an amazing staff, virtual assistants. Shout out to all the virtual assistants. Y'all are amazing. But he made it sound like it was him doing it, didn't he? I'm just an animal. I mean, I have a staff that does that for me, but I'm just an animal.
And the Bems and the Nadia Meltons, right, making me look good. But the truth is, the reason we've been able to build this incredible business in the first place is because we treated this business like a business, not a hobby, right? It's really relationship marketing more than it is network marketing. So
relationship marketing. What a weird thing to call exploitation of other people. Relationship marketing. Okay. All right. Don't love that.
those relationships and staying in touch with people is the key to success long term. So let me talk about this part of the plan, because we used to earn 30%, which is cool. But now, instead of just paying 30% to the person that did the enrolling, we broke it into a 20-10. Why? Because look, how many of you are going to enroll people, but then those people might go out there and enroll a lot of people? Doesn't it make sense to get compensated based on your personal enrollments? Personal enrollments. Now, you don't make money when someone enrolls, but you do make money on what? The first order. So this has to do with the builder side of the plan. This is different than what I just showed you with the promoter side. The promoter side, all those silvers, gold, silver, bronze, whenever you hear.
This is on the builder side. First order bonus. The first order bonus is paid on a new social marketer's first commissionable order. Now, if they have starter packs, which I would assume that they're going to, that would mean, judging from this, that they're getting an enhanced bonus for recruiting somebody and encouraging them to order some starter pack. That's going to encourage front loading. That's going to encourage buy the biggest pack, get some skin in the game. You know, that's what they do. All the while that upline is getting the bigger commission, this extra bonus, and that person that's joining doesn't know that. It's giving a bridge contract with an MLM company and telling your downline from the previous company, hey, this is an amazing opportunity in the comp plan, but you don't disclose that you have a bridge contract. You're locked into a specific amount of income each month. That's what this is giving. You're going to influence somebody to buy a big starter pack if they have them, and you're going to make more money, but you're not telling that person that. You're just saying, hey, we want to make sure that we're setting you up for success. We want to make sure that you're ready to go and that you're trying as many of the products as possible so that you can be a product of the product, because facts tell and stories sell. Did I get that right, John? Because that's what this is encouraging. It's encouraging front loading. It's encouraging people to go further into debt faster, all while funding the lifestyle through this extra first order bonus for the upline. Earn 20% on the first order as the enroller. Earn 10% on the first order as the enroller's direct enroller. So the upline's upline gets a chunk of that. Yeah. What do you think they're going to encourage? You know, but hey, buy if there's 3 different packs, let's say there's, $100 pack, there's a $499 pack and a $999 pack, $999 USD. What do you think they're going to encourage people to purchase? Well, of course, the $999, because then they make more money. And then they'll justify it like, oh, I'm only going to work with people that are really in on this, that really have some skin in the game, that really show me that they're worthy of my time by buying this big starter pack that they make the most commission on. It's gross.
Let's talk about the metals, silver, gold, platinum. That has to do with personal sales. This has to do with a first order bonus. So if Casey and Kylie enroll me and I order a kit, I order a product kit, they'll earn 20% off my order. They don't make money on me joining, they make money on my first order. Then they'll get 10%.
And that right there is how he's going to get around them saying, oh, I don't get anything if you join. You have to join and then buy one of the packs. And then they're financially incentivized for signing somebody up and encouraging them to buy a pack. That's how they're going to get around that. They're going to say that, oh, I don't get anything to recruit you. And right now you can sign up for free right now, but eventually there's going to be some sort of a pay to continue to play essentially type of feature. That's what's going to happen. This is very interesting.
% off all my personal social marketer enrollments on their first order. Does that make sense? This is exciting. This is awesome because you're probably going to have a lot more people come into your second level than you will personally enroll. So some of us probably right now are freaking out. Smash the heart button if you're excited about the 20 and the 10. So that will be a first order bonus. Then you want to start building your rank on the builder side. What does that mean? Meaning you want to start to leverage the team component. So
this is blurry on purpose. This has an overlay on purpose because I'm transforming the content. This is not the original content, FYI. That's why the voice has been changed, altered, if you will. And this isn't even the entire video. There's been parts of it that have been edited out, filler words, pauses, things of that nature. So anyways, this looks just like Modere. You have consultant, team leader, senior team leader, directors 1, 2, and 3, elite 1, 2, and 3. And then they have, this is new, I believe, elite 4 to elite 6. And you have to have anywhere from 1,500 points, organizational points, which is in your downline. Or no, excuse me, wrong column. 2,000 to be determined for elite 4 to 6. As far as organizational points. And you have to have multiple legs. You have to have at least, let's see, 1 senior, 1 social marketer, 4 team leader. And then for the elite 4 to 6, you have to have 4 to 6 legs. And it says to be determined. So they haven't even figured that out yet. Yeah. I love the filter over it. It reminds me of someone wiping something all over it because that is what this is. Indeed. Also, Vanessa is one of the creators that also had a copyright strike. So it's Julie Anderson, myself, Vanessa Moon, and who am I? DC. Duh. I was like, I'm missing somebody. DC. So those are the 4 creators. Mine has been reinstated. Vanessa, I don't know if yours has been reinstated. I think DC's has. And Julie Anderson, if you're still here, if you'll let us know if yours has been reinstated as well.
the first builder rank is team leader. Last time, I'm not going to make any, I'm not going to confuse you, but just last time, there was basically another builder rank, but it didn't mean anything. It was kind of a pointless rank. So we wanted to make team leader 33% easier. So it's only 2,000 points to hit team leader. Some of us are probably having a huge sigh of relief right now. And I know this is confusing, but I have to point it out because those of you that understand it are going to be like, whoa, that is sick. You can use max leg See where it says organizational points max leg 1,500? That means instead of it being 50-50 like it was before, you could have 1,500 points come from your pod, or 1,500 points come from one leg, and all you would need is 500 points outside that leg. So it's actually a 75-25. And I know some of you are like, John, my brain is melting.
It's really not that complicated, John. It's really not that complicated. So if you are in an MLM that has a 50-50 split like this, that basically means you're only getting, as far as rank advancement, 50% of the volume from one leg, 50% of the volume from another leg. The combination of those two it determines your rank. What he's saying is you can get 75% from one leg in Nueva and 25% from the other leg. What this is going to encourage is stacking. That's what that's going to encourage. They have a 60-day placement suite, so that's also going to be encouraging stacking. Remember, he was like, and you could reward people for da 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 da. Yeah, that's going to create stacking, which is going to create false promotions. That's what he's talking about. It's really not that complicated. I know some of you are not going to understand. Okay, John, calm down, little fella, relax.
Understand. It's okay. I didn't understand it either in the beginning, in the early days,
John.
But I'm just letting you know it's easier to hit team leader than it was in our last company. And the balance requirement is way easier. So it's the double whammy. It's genius. I'm sorry, that's genius. I get so excited. And then from there, help other people become a team leader. Help other people. So write this down. This is core rank.
Write it down.
Core rank, 2,000 points. Every single human on here should strive to hit core rank.
Okay, let's talk about what core rank is. This comes from, at least this is where I heard it from Eric Worre, and then everybody kind of implemented it in the MLMs. The core rank is the rank in the comp plan that everybody can hit that takes you all the way to the top rank in the company. So he's saying, I believe it's team leader, which is the 2,000 organizational points. He's saying that that's the core rank. So if you have a team, allegedly, this company selling a product, what product? We don't know. I mean, we do know, but they don't have a product currently. And you promote your team, your people in your team promote to team leader, have the 2,000 points. That's a core rank. That means, hey, this is the goal for your people. Hit this rank, you'll go all the way to the top ranks. That's what that basically means.
SAP. Now you could do this literally just with a couple people. You could get to silver, which is 1,000 points in personal sales, and get one other person to silver. Boom, you're a team leader. You're a team leader. You have a team of 2 people, you and one other person. I mean, it could happen that quickly. Then from there, you help 3 people go senior or go team leader. You're senior team leader. You double that volume, boom, you're director 1. You double it again, director 2. You double it again, director 3. Essentially, for some of these really high ranks, you only need 3 legs, 3 teams. Go look at other comp plans if you want. Most of them, you need a lot more than 3 legs. Even in binaries, they have structure requirements inside their enrollment tree, and it's just so confusing. Normal people don't understand it. And then you end up having this big runaway leg and you're all excited, but you need like 15 other legs and all these qualifications. And it's just really tough. Here, we kept it, like in our last company, mostly a volume-based plan. And when you look at those higher ranks, it's a 70-30 split. Again, I know some of you are like, what does that mean? That just means you could have one really big leg and not need a whole lot outside of it as far as structure requirements and volume. It's a beautiful thing. There's nothing better than hitting those elite ranks, but it all starts with team leader, duplicating team leaders, and eventually you'll duplicate directors and so on and so forth. We're even going to have ranks E4, E5, E6. So you might say, well, should I build more than 3 legs? Yes. Do you have to? No, but I'd recommend building at least 4 to 6 legs long term for those of you that want to build a large business. You want to build an empire. You have
Hey, John, are you going to encourage people when you have team leaders from one of those legs? Are you going to also allegedly encourage people to buy those downline positions? Because I know allegedly Tony and Sarah did that in Modere. They would buy legs when that leader was leaving to hold that position. They put like a family member in there, slide them on in. And then when somebody was reaching out, or you reached out to somebody that you were trying to recruit that also has a team from a previous company or in another company, you would entice them with that position that you held, that you bought from a team leader that was leaving. Are you guys going to be doing that over in Nueva as well? Allegedly, it's a question, not stating that as a fact. Just kind of curious.
Big goals, big aspirations. And then there's also something called generational unilevel pay. So this is actually kind of cool because essentially every time you go out there and develop team leaders, and then they're duplicating team leaders over time, that counts as a generation. It's a little confusing in the beginning, but once you understand it, it just means you can get paid in depth. It means you can earn percentages as you build up to a higher rank. You're getting paid deeper and deeper in your organization. And as you can see, the percentages go super all the way up to 8 generations. So they can go super deep. But here's what's interesting. It's a generation, not a level. So what does that mean? That means you could have someone that brings in someone, that brings in someone, that brings in someone. And that fourth person on your fourth level, they're actually working. They're bringing in customers. They're building a team. They're actually creating some balance outside the one leg. So they become a team leader. So essentially what that means is that those 4 levels, that's one generation. Again, might not make sense for some of you because you've never seen a compensation like this, but there are comp plans out there where you only get paid on levels. So we were in a company for 7 years where anything beyond our seventh level, we did not get paid on unless we were at this like super galactic rank, and there was no compression. So basically you could bring in someone that brings in someone that brings in someone, they all quit. But all your activity was on your 8th, 9th, 12th, 15th level. You got nothing. You only earned bonuses. There was no residual. So it was just brutal. So when you look at this plan, you actually have motivation to drive deep, to work in depth, because you will be rewarded accordingly. And there will be more coming out about compensation. There will be more coming out about 60-day placement. I know for some of us, we want more training on that. We didn't want to give you a full-blown training on all of the above right now, because right now, again, we're in pre-launch. There's no kits, there's no CV, there's no customers, right? This is just the beginning, but we wanted to give.
There's not even any product yet. You guys aren't even going to have customers until July. The rank advancements are happening from recruiting people. Is the comp plan even finalized yet? Because from what I remember, Julie Anderson this past weekend, when she was moving on up the ranks to number 3 before they shut her down, which I think is hilarious. Was there anything other than the ranks, not the ranks, the leadership, that's the word, the leadership board? Was there anything in the back office other than the leadership board? God. This is so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them.
Give you an idea of how the plan works.
I want to put the first slide up, don't you think? Let's say that, because I already see questions of people going, oh, where are these slides? How can I share? Let's remind.
Oh, you want them to share?
Yeah, you're not sharing them.
Got it. You give me 1 sec.
Oh.
What do you mean? You took down the
Oh.
No, wait.
This is what she does. She changes things last minute.
I don't know
Oh,
how
look,
to
you can
voice.
see our phone. See that? That's our phone over there that we never use. It's kind of funny. Does this make sense though? Confidential, pre-launch, keeping it secretive in the beginning.
Why? Why? Why do you have to keep it secret if it's so amazing, if it's so, phenomenal, if things are going to, help so many people make some income? Why does it have to be secretive? That's so weird to me. I don't know what happened with the sound, but we're going to roll with it.
Go ahead. Why'd you take out my fun little? There it is.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Okay, so here's the other thing we're doing. This is for the first year launch. I'm actually really excited about this because it's such a delicious bonus for those of you that want to run, for those of you so there's some companies that'll do bonuses for like 3 months, 6 months. So this is going to be for the first year where there's going to be 3 separate bonus pools.
Oh,
okay, so there's
okay.
a team leader.
Here's where we get into the pools. Okay.
pool, there's a director pool, and there's an elite pool. Now, this will be based on company revenue. So the bigger we get, the more that'll be in the pool, but also there'll probably be more people qualifying because a lot of you are gonna be hitting these ranks. So it's kind of neat because if you were to hit, let's say, Elite 2, you would get 3 shares in the team leader pool, you get 4 shares in the director pool, and 2 shares in the elite pool. So 3 separate pools that you can qualify for. So even at the first rank of team
Oh, I'm going to do a breakdown of these pools here in just a second. I'm just letting them talk about it first.
leader, you
I got this, Vanessa.
could get a team leader share in the pool, and we will pay out bonuses every quarter. Now, after that, do you have the elite? The elite one? I mean, there wasn't any details. Just that. Okay, there we go. So I thought you got rid of that. All right. So this is the
Qualify to become a Nueva founder. Is this going to come? Is this going to come with a founder box, John? With a magnetic closure? Please let that happen. Please let it be. Just like Make Wellness's founders box. But guys, it was created by somebody that worked for Porsche. It's a big deal. Sarcasm, by the way.
thing I'm really excited about. So for the first year,
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened to the voice change. We're rolling with it.
quarterly bonuses for those of you that build. You hit builder ranks, you maintain builder ranks, and there are matching bonuses. So I want to say this again. You can get shares in the pool for hitting and maintaining ranks. 3 separate pools, a team leader pool, a director pool, an elite pool. If you're hitting elite ranks, you're getting shares in each one of those 3 pools and matching bonuses. What does that mean? That means you're also getting shares when you help other people earn shares. I'll say it again. You earn shares when you help other people earn shares. And then here's the founders elite pool. I'm a little apprehensive to say this, but this is a forever pool.
Oh, right.
I don't say that lightly.
Okay.
Qualify to become a Nueva founder by advancing to an elite rank your first year. Your first year. If you hit elite in the first year, you will be put into another pool after the first year, after we do the founder pool every quarter for the first year. After this, you will be in an elite pool, a founder's elite pool for how long? Forever, technically, because all you have to do is hit elite in the first year, which for some of you, hey, you know what? I'm just going to keep it real. You're not going to hit it. I'm sorry. Well, for some of you, you're like, okay, now I have a reason to run. Because again, this will be based on the profits from the company, meaning the bigger the company gets, the bigger this pool will be. And it's a forever pool. If you hit elite your first year, remember, elite is 100,000 points in a month. If you hit elite, you're in. And then all you have to do is maintain it after. So 5 years from now, if you're maintaining elite, you are getting paid in that founder's pool. And it's only for people that hit elite the first year and maintain. Now, this is the interesting part. This is the interesting part. Down the road, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 15 years from now, let's say somebody falls out of elite or they quit and they move on. Well, that actually means those elite shares increase. Now, you wouldn't want that to happen necessarily, but you're rewarded for sticking and staying and maintaining that elite status. This to me is sick nasty.
Sick nasty. Wow, John. Okay, let's talk about this. The bonus pools and this forever fantasy that John is talking about here, where he said, "Oh, this is a forever pool." Now, here's the juicy, I guess the way that I want to describe this is he's trying to bait people. Okay. There's 3 pools based on rank, matching bonuses, and an alleged founders pool for life. And that might sound amazing until you realize that you have to hit 100,000 points in a single month during your first year. And he straight up says, some of you won't hit it. Sorry. Is he really sorry? No, I don't think so. But then they turn around and say, but if you do, and it's going to be a very, very small percentage of people that hit this. We've seen this. We've seen this same played out delivery of this dangling of the carrot of hope, essentially, you know, and this forever money thing. It's almost like he forgot that Modere just went bankrupt and he wants people to think that he had no idea it was coming, but here he is talking about forever money. Now, that's not empowerment. That's hope-based manipulation, in my opinion. And for an example, when it comes to pools like this in these companies, when Prove It had this, and I don't know if they still have this because it doesn't sound like Prove It's doing well. We're not here to talk about that. I just want to give this example of how pools work. So with Prove It, if you hit rank 7, which was Pro Champ in Prove It, according to their comp plan, what would happen is you would get these not founder shares. You would get these like Pro Champ shares. It was an ownership pool. So they would take 1% of the revenue and they would divide that into a number of shares. And based on your sales and your recruiting and all of that stuff, you would earn shares. And it's just extra money that they're giving to the top ranks, if you will, that qualify for it. That's typically how pools work. It's money that is generated typically from the distributors in the company, in my opinion. And then they break it into shares depending on how much of the 1% of the revenue for that month or that quarter. And then they divide it by, the number of shares and the people that qualified for it. And it's bonus quarterly money, essentially. So that's what pools are. Yeah. They're not rewarding the people that are spending the money so that these people can have these ranks and so that people can make this income at the top of what I want to call a pyramid, in my opinion. No. It's for the top ranks that are making money off of the failure of the people that are below them. So I hope that answers your question or questions if you have them about pools. That was how it worked in Prove It. It's probably very similar in other companies as well.
This is probably the coolest bonus I have ever seen. We technically had bonuses like this in Modere, but they were for elite blacks, which was almost impossible to hit and even harder to maintain, but it was kind of nice. You got this nice quarterly bonus just for maintaining a rank. So it was a really cool thing, but again, it was really, really hard. We're here, it's just 100,000 points, and over time, it'll get bigger. Over time, that pool will be bigger because we have more revenue, right? The bigger we get, the better. And that's why we all want to work together to do this right. So that's why this is a hush campaign. We don't want to put out a bunch of details about this and tell the whole world because you know how it is. The competitors are dying to know what we're doing. And actually, some of them are probably in here right now spying. But if they want to know what we're
spying. So wait, we're not your competitors, John. So that's interesting. Some of our competitors are probably in here right now, or people that point out unethical behavior, unethical compensation plans, unethical business practices like we see in multi-level marketing companies. Are we in there? Yeah. It was really funny watching some of the screen recordings from several of you. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you guys. That were screen recording some of the comments that were happening live that were like, oh my God, don't say anything. Keep it in the group, you guys. This is so exciting. Don't tell anybody. Come on.
We're doing cool. Get up in the group.
Get in the group.
I think it's going to be hard for people to see this and not get excited. It's going to be hard for people to see this and not want to run and not want to build.
Now, if this founders pool bonus were something that the majority of people in the company could get, I think that people would get excited about that. But statistically, we know that it's a very small percentage of people that will ever hit that. It's going to be a very, very small number. I mean, John just said it before. He was like, it had to be the elite blacks that hit that in Modere, the rank in Modere. And not very many people did that because these types of bonuses, you have to hit the rank and then you have to maintain it. And that's how they suck people in. However, the majority of people are never going to hit it. So these people are trying to hit these ranks. They're spending the money. They're doing the work on social media. They're messaging people. They're going live. They're doing all of this activity, adding people into the group and tagging them. And they're doing all of this work. And statistically, the majority of people are probably not going to get past the first couple ranks. But they're dangling this hope of you could get this founders pool bonus. I wonder if John will even get that. But guys, we're just trying to show you what's possible here. It's so deceptive.
I'm not saying it'll be easy. It'll probably be really, 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 really hard. Good. Because anything worth doing is hard.
Oh, okay.
Anything worth doing is hard. If anyone told you this is easy,
Well, then what happened with you saying that the other comp plans that y'all were looking at were too hard to do? Wouldn't that be worth doing? If anything worth doing should be hard, John? Or is that a perfect example of you contradicting yourself in this? Because I think the latter of those two. I love that for us.
so they're either new and they're just wrong, or they're lying, or they're confused. Like, but it's worth it. In my opinion, it is worth getting good at this business model because it gives you limitless potential, right? The freedom and flexibility to work from home, wake up when you're done sleeping, build an online business. But it's not just like you see these people out there with multiple income streams and they're doing the affiliate stuff. That's cool. But typically affiliate stuff like selling courses and coaching or selling, a product for a company, you get paid typically like one time, right? You can do brand deals and all this stuff. And listen, I know there's a lot of money in influencer marketing, and, Nadia and I have built influence. We've sold courses and done affiliates stuff, but there is something beautiful about a business like this when we're all in business together.
Right. If this were an actual business, this wouldn't even been started because Modere would have never closed. The only reason that this started was because Modere closed and they panicked. They were like, we have to do something. They started probably frantically looking at compensation plans. John realized it was too hard and he was like, hey, let's create our own. And that's why we're here today. This is so wild to me how he does not see this. Maybe he does. Maybe he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't know, but oh man.
We're all partnered up together, and we want to help as many people qualify for those leadership bonuses the first year. And then we want to help those of you that are really serious get into this founders elite pool. And again, the bigger the company gets, the bigger the shares will be, the bigger the money, the bigger the potential. Now, all that being said, the foundation, keep in mind, is getting customers. It's making great products, science-backed products. We even have this incredible digital product coming soon. And, it's funny how many people are like, what about this? And what about that? Like every week we're giving you more and more, but we can't give it to you all at one time because we're still finalizing details, right? We're still putting the final touches on different things. But I'm just telling you, this is going to be the ride of your life. And buckle up, get excited, tell your face. If anybody wants to know this information, no problem. Get them in the group, tag them in the replay. This is really the simplicity of our system. We add tag message. We add them to the group. We tag them in a video. We put them in a message with our upline. Remember, your upline is here to help you. They're here to answer questions. And guess what? Sometimes we don't know the answers. Even when I was in Modere, there were questions that people would ask me about. I don't know, I have no idea. Right? You're not going to know everything all the time, but the beauty is you can earn while you learn. So if you're like, well, I wasn't in Modere, we know that. Lots of you weren't. In fact, I would say there's a lot more people in here that weren't with us than were with us. So
fascinating. John, how come you guys are using an old group from 4 years ago? The group that he's talking about has almost 60,000 people in it. It was started in 2021. In the last week, I think the last I checked, they added, I think, 1,200 people. The week before that, it was less than 800. Now, I just wonder if they're using this group because they're wanting to make it seem like there are more people interested than there actually are. I haven't checked their numbers today. Those numbers could have changed. But I find it odd that they're using an old group that currently still has Modere recognition and Modere information in it. And they're just, oh, you know what? We're going to rename this. This is now going to be a Nueva group. Yeah, we're just going to make it, all of a sudden we're just going to say, you know what? We're going to just switch it up on these people. We're not going to address it. We're going to change the name because all of that is documented in a Facebook group. You can see if they're running ads. You can see if they've changed the names. You can see all of that stuff. They don't have as many people interested as they want you to think because the analytics on that Facebook group show that. It's an old group with almost 60,000 people in it. Their engagement is quite interesting. I'll say it that way. So just keep that in mind because these people in MLM, I don't know what this lighting is that changed, but good God, they're going to always overinflate what they want you to see. Like Tony, who has rhino thick skin and is unbothered, but is quietly behind the scenes trying to report creators' videos for privacy violations when he's a public figure. That's the epitome of what these people do. So don't let these things fool you. You know, don't let the, oh, we're giving you 5% more over here and you're getting 10% here. And don't get lost in those things, because at the end of the day, it's still a multi-level marketing company. They don't have a product. They're not going to be having customers until July. These people have overhyped this thing without even saying anything. The word vomit, the word salad, the, you know, overhyping. If you look at any of their past why Nueva, why now that has been posted on YouTube publicly, they're not even saying anything. They're, you know, it's, guys, we're here. We want you to catch the vision, you know, and we want you to get excited. And this is what we're doing. We're doing this for you. But at the end of the day, they're doing it for themselves, because their company that they were a part of, that they were a distributor for, went bankrupt. And John here claimed that he was owed $160,000. How much of that income was from having a team, John, and how much came from customers? So just don't get lost in this facade that they want you to think, because there's always more behind the scenes. There's always skeletons in the closet, always. And these people are not any different.
Don't think you're alone. Don't think you're like one of, like, you know, thousands. There's a lot of people in here that were not with us in our last company.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there because it's an old Facebook group, John.
There's a lot of people in here that maybe were with us in Modere, but like that was years ago, and they're, you know, wanting to build with us this time around because they see the vision, they see what we're doing, they see the products. And by the way, we have another product coming Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here inside Social Retail, the New Wave.
A sneak peek, a sneak peek.
I can't wait for them to talk about the snow collagen that they're trying to overhype right now, or they're getting ready to overhype. Look up snow collagen, you guys. Oh my God.
That's right.
Let's just say it again, right? You guys, the product is not launched until it's on the website.
Yes.
So this is a sneak peek. This is for your ears only. All right. It's so hard though, because we're network marketers. We network through people to market the newest information. However, let us bite our tongues. Let's keep it on the hush hush. That's so fun to say, baby.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
It's so fun to say, but I'm not going to be doing any of that here. No.
at the end of the day, there's no rush to like get out there and tell the world what we're doing. And even if somebody gets excited, they're like, wow, I want it. It's like, but you can't have it.
Right.
You can't even sell it. So just chill, get them in the group. If someone's like, no, I don't want to be in the group, you need to tell me everything. Next. If someone says, hey, you know, I'm really skeptical, I'm really unsure about this, it's like, you just got to put in your name and email. But if you're skeptical and you don't put your name and email, next. We're not here to convince anybody. There will be so many people wanting to be a part of this, but you just look, because people are like, well, I got to say something.
It's already on other websites. Does that count, John? You know, HydroShot, that's on a website. You pulled not you, but somebody in this company pulled from the HydroShot website. That's how DC and her followers on that live stream were able to reverse Google image search those charts and that information on the slides. And that's how they found it out. They're going to use white label products, and they're going to make it sound like these things are exclusive to Nueva. They're also going to have allegedly some sort of a travel option. I would assume that it's going to be something like you pay a certain amount of money and you get discounted travel. There's so many ways that you can do that without being a part of an MLM. They're going to have some sort of a digital product. Can't wait to see that. That's sarcasm, by the way. But yeah, it's already on the websites. Does that count? On other websites. So true, DC. So true.
Then tell your story, why you're excited.
Yeah.
Why are you excited? Get personal. Tell people what you're trying to accomplish, why you're wanting to be a part of this, the vision, the purpose behind this, right? For you, what is your reason? In fact, drop it to the comments and let us know, why are you doing this? Let's all inspire each other. So we're excited, obviously, per usual. I think we're done. I think we covered a
I
lot.
think we're good.
Okay, I'm done with you guys because, yeah. Wait, I want to make sure that you can see the background. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Which one is it? Hello? It's not this one. Well, oh, here it is. Right next to it. Anyways, that's their compensation plan. What did you guys think? I think some of their final words after this part were they said something like, we made it 20% better. But really, all he did, in my opinion, was add some confusion, ramp up the urgency, and build in enough loopholes that only leaders can win early. That's just my opinion. They say, tell your story. So here's mine. I watched them and have watched them essentially threaten creators, file false copyright claims, and spin recycled MLM math into some new sparkly new scheme, in my opinion. So we edited, changed, distorted the voice at points. Thank you again to DC. Make sure you go and subscribe to DC's channel. Added some overlays and said what they didn't want me to say. Because if the truth makes you uncomfortable, maybe it should, Nueva. Maybe it should. I would love for you guys to drop your red flag moments in the comments. And in the video description, there's a bunch of information. I have 2 playlists. I have the anti-MLM playlist that has 400 and some videos if you're looking for a playlist that you can binge very easily. I don't even know how many Nueva videos I have, but several. Now that the copyright strike has been removed, the stream that I did with DC is back up. And also, you can report, and I encourage this, report deceptive business practices to the FTC. And there's a link in the video description for that as well. Tag a friend or send this to somebody who's being pitched this opportunity, or maybe they're trying to pitch you. And remember, if they hide the slides, if they mask the structure, and they silence or attempt to silence the critics, they're not building a business. They're building a shield, a flimsy one at that. If you love today's video, please make sure that you like, please make sure that you subscribe. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. Wrong thing. Let's try that again. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.